Alright, so we've been doing a lot of work with multiplying fractions using the pattern blocks. So I'm going to take you through some problems, and starting with this slide I'm going to show you that just a little review that one yellow is equal to one whole and a blue piece is equal to 1/3 because three of them would fit onto a one whole yellow piece. Red is 1/2 and a green is equal to 1/6 because 6 green triangles would fit into a one whole yellow piece. Okay. Alright, so the first slide here shows a multiplication problem, and so it's our job to figure out what that is. And I'm looking at it and I see that it's half, I've taken half of what I had here. So I know that the multiplication problem starts with half of, or 1/2 times, and then I look to see what kind of pieces I have out here, and I have 6 of the whole pieces. So the multiplication problem that this picture represents is 1/2 of 6, or 1/2 times 6. And circled, I have the 3 yellows, so I know that half of 6 equals 3, and that just makes sense. We all know that half of 6 equals 3. Right, the next slide, I'm taking a look. Nothing is split here. It's just 6 of these red pieces. So it's 6 of the red pieces, and the red pieces are equal to 1/2. So this is 6 of 1/2. And if I were to put those together, 2 reds make 1 yellow, or 1 whole. So I know that this is 1, this would be another whole, and this is a whole. And so that would equal up to be 3 wholes. So 6 times 1/2 equals 3, and that means 6 of the 1/2 pieces. Okay. The next slide. So I see that I have taken, they've split it into 3 equal groups, and then they've circled 2 of those groups. So I've circled 2/3 of this whole group of green triangles. So I know that it starts out as 2/3 of, and then it's my job to figure out what I had started with. So it's 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, 6 6, 7 6, 8 6, 9 6, 10 6, 11 6, 12 6. Okay. And then all I need to do is figure out what has been circled for the 2/3, and that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 sixths. So I know that this answer is 8 sixths. Now 8 sixths is an improper fraction, or a fraction greater than 1, because 1 2 3 4 5 6 of these would make a yellow piece, or 1 whole, and then I'd have the 2 left off to the side. So that's 1 and 2 sixths. And we also know that 2 green pieces would equal a blue piece, and a blue piece is equal to 1/3. So this is the same thing as 1 and 1/3. It's just the simplified version. So 2/3 of 12 sixths is equal to 8 sixths, which is then simplified to 1 and 2 sixths, which can then further be simplified to 1 and 1/3. Okay. The next slide, I see that I have circled half of what is represented here in the slide. So I know that I need to start out with 1/2 of, and then I need to figure out what I started with. And I started out with 1 whole piece, 2 whole pieces, and then these are sixths, and I have 4 of them. So this is 2 and 4 sixths. Okay. And since this is equal to 1 and 2 sixths, I know that the answer is 1 and 2 sixths, or 1 and 1/3. And I circle that as my final answer. Now this slide is a little bit trickier. I have whole pieces set out And I've got one group of two, two groups of two, three groups of two, and then a half group of two. So what this represents is 3.5 of 2. So these are the groups of 2, and I have 3.5 of them. I have 3 2s, so here's 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay. And then half of another group of 2. All right, so I'm going to say that one more time. Here's one group of 2, two groups of 2, three groups of 2, and that's 3 groups of 2, and then I need a half group of 2, and that's why I've included just 1 in this group of 2. And so I know that 3.5 groups of 2 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the final slide, I see that I have 2 groups of this. So this would be 2 of, and then what's this value? It is 1 1/3. So again, this is 2 groups of 1 1/3. So I have a 1 1/3 grouping, and I have another 1 1/3 grouping. And to find the final answer, I would just then find the value of what I have on my screen here in total. So this is 1 whole, 2 wholes, and then 1/3 and another third is 2/3. So this is equal to 2 2/3. Okay.